Hello YouTube makeup lovers. So I wanted to do a quick review today on Too Faced new Cocoa Contour Face Contouring and Highlighting Kit. I was really excited when this came out because I'm obsessed with all the other Too Faced Cocoa products, especially the chocolate bar palettes and the cocoa powder foundation. So naturally when this came out, I had to buy it right away. This is what the little kit looks like. It's like a nice little cardboard box. Here's the front. Here is the back. It has a mirror and it has 2 colors for contouring and pretty much 2 colors for highlighting. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about it. It also has a brush. The brush I really haven't used all that much because I prefer to use my actual brushes, but it is a good quality brush. It's very soft, it's angled, it looks like this. It's really small, very nicely for, you know, fitting in the palette. This would be really cute for traveling. I probably wouldn't take it for traveling because I really do not need that entire kit for contouring and highlighting in my travel bag, but it is a very nice packaging and it doesn't break, so you technically could take it with you, but I really don't focus that much on my contouring and highlighting when I do travel. The main thing I have to travel with is like eyeshadows. Anyway, so the palette I got at Sephora, I keep calling it a palette. I know they call it a kit. To me, this is a palette. It's $40 and I got mine at Sephora, and I'm gonna first show you the swatches. It has, like I said, 4 colors. This is the first one. It's called Light Cocoa, and that's what Light Cocoa looks like. The second one is called Medium Cocoa. There is Medium Cocoa. Then we have the Dark Cocoa, which you can see it right there. And then we have the Pop of Light, which that is what the Pop of Light looks like on my pinky. Here are the swatches on my hand in case you can see them better. This is the Light Cocoa, the Medium Cocoa, Dark Cocoa, and then right here you see the, what's it called? The Pop of Light, which you really can't see it very well all that much. I've tried to like add more and more just for the sake of showing it to you guys, but the color payoff really isn't that great. I have to say that that is my least favorite color in the kit, and I just felt that like when you do apply it as a highlight, it's just, all you pretty much see, I'm applying it now, it's just a lot of the little flecks that come in it. It has a lot of gold flecks, and I personally like my highlight to look brightening, but I don't want to have glitter or flecks on my face. And unfortunately, that Pop of Light color, it does do that. It doesn't have the best color payoff. Personally, for highlighting, I probably will not be using it all that much. It has to be my least favorite color of the palette. The swatch on the finger looks better, but then when you apply it, it's just, I see the gold flecks up close, and it really doesn't look all that brightening either. It kind of feels like I just put like some regular face powder down the middle and threw some flecks in it. So wasn't a great fan, big fan of this color. The Light Cocoa color right here, this one did have pretty good color payoff, and it does give you a nice brightening effect, even though it doesn't have all that much glitter. So that one I did like. I'm just applying a little bit more now. But this one I did like to use as a highlight. I think it worked really, really well. So it's a very, I guess it's a very natural type of highlight, and I really, really like that. But I still prefer my Hourglass ambient lighting powders for highlighting. For example, the one that I like the most is the Luminous Light. I think it adds a nice little highlight tone. And then I also like my MAC Mineralized Skin Finishes for highlighting. I think those are really, really nice. But this one does give a very natural highlight, and it has really good color payoff. So I do really like this color up on top here. So those are the 2 lighter shades meant more for highlighting. As far as the contouring shades, I love the Medium Cocoa shade, which is this one right here. For my skin tone, it just works amazing. It doesn't look orangey at all, and it just looks so nice. It blended in so nicely. I pretty much would apply it with my NARS Ita brush here, and then I would just blend it in with another brush, and it just went so nicely. I think it's pretty much one of my favorite contouring shades that I have ever found. I mean, this palette is totally worth it to me just because of this shade. Hopefully, eventually, I'll be able to, maybe they'll sell these eventually individually, but really, really loving the medium cocoa shade. The other contour shade is a dark cocoa. That one, I personally really couldn't use all that much on my skin tone. It did look a lot orangey and it was very dark. So between those two, definitely the medium cocoa, which is this one right here. I feel like the dark cocoa I can probably use as eyeshadow, maybe on the crease. Try to take advantage of it. Definitely I'll be able to take advantage more of the dark cocoa shade than this pop of light. I feel like the dark cocoa will be good as an eyeshadow for the crease, but definitely for the contouring, the dark cocoa was amazing and I love it. Definitely my favorite color of this kit. And of course they have the cocoa smell, which of course I love. The powders did blend in very nicely, so that's something that's really important when you have contour shades. If you really want to blend it and you want to make sure that you don't leave any harsh lines so that it looks nice and natural, and this blends in nicely, so you can leave it as blended as you want, or you can leave it more chiseled as you want if that's something that you like. I really like that, of course, in the kit you have both highlight and contouring shades. Sometimes it can be very confusing when you want to find a good highlight and a good contour shade. So this kind of takes out all that work for you for trying to find a good contour and a good highlight. It can work for a big majority of skin tones, but if you have very, very pale, very fair skin, you might find these contours to be a little too dark for you. Just like I think if you have very dark skin, maybe even this dark cocoa would be a little too light. So it's probably not gonna be, you know, it's probably not gonna work for every single skin tone, but it is gonna work for a good majority of skin tones. I also love that the powders are finely milled. My favorite type of powders, of course, are the more finely milled, just because they're easier to blend and it just gives you a better payoff if they're finely milled and it's more natural. So that is pretty much it. This was my quick review on the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette. Like I said, I did like it a lot. It's not something that I'm completely obsessed with. I am completely obsessed over this one contour shade called Medium Cocoa, and I do like the light cocoa shade as well, but like I said earlier, there are better colors out there for me as a highlight, and then these two, I don't see myself using them all that much. But I am happy that I bought this palette and I will continue to use it. Loving these Too Faced Cocoa products. I hope they come out with a lot more products of these, and I really hope that you guys found this quick review helpful. And as always, I want to say thank you so much for watching B Lounge Makeup. Bye!